Welcome everybody, this is some Helldivers 2 gameplay, and today we are on planet Markfolk. This is Automaton planet on it. This one that I end up doing is a pretty hard one on it. This one is a convoy. I end up doing the Vox engine convoy. I ended up finding that out when I jumped in on it. So there's some great footage, guys. I hope you guys really enjoy this on it. I had a great time playing on this one, and shout out to the teammates that I played with these randoms on this round. By the way, I want to let you guys know, so what I'm going to do with these videos that I've been putting out, if you've been noticing, they all been having the same idea. All randoms and a how-to series. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is basically like a how-to beat series with playing with randoms on the highest difficulty on these two games, off at least for now on it, for these ones, because these are the ones I really like. On it, we'll see on forward if I want to go forward and start doing some other games on it. But now here we go. So we're dropping in. On this one here, I'm using the supply pack, and I'm using the Quasar Cannon on it because when you shoot, it basically reloads for you. And I want to keep moving. A lot going on here, especially on this planet. You'll see here. This is a special one. You're gonna like this one, guys. So, anyways, I land. This time I'm using my favorite weapon, the Crossbow. So right now I'm throwing down my supply pack and my Quasar Cannon. And then after that, I open up the map and then basically plan my attack to see where I'm going next. Be careful. The one thing I did mess up on this one, just to let you know, is make sure you use fire resistance. I didn't. I end up using heavy armor with, this one is with explosive resistance, the 50 explosive resistance with extra padding. So this one's 180 on it instead of 150, you know. So, and which is really good, but since they're using fire, what they're doing there on it, you should use fire resistance, because you see they hit like a Mack truck when they hit you with at full force with those shotguns. See, look at that, even worse too. They hit hard. So you want to use that fire resistance and not combat that issue. Trust me, it'll save you a big headache. But unfortunately, I use this one here. Still good. It helps you with other purposes too as well. For the 50% resistance, that goes for all explosives, for all those 120s, the 500 kg. Goes for my crossbow too as well. Grenade launchers, all that stuff. Anything that blows up, that does a big boom, that'll help you. Another one too, if you're still having more issue too, is to use the shield, that bubble shield on it. That helps too with extra ticks on it. So you rock both. Be really cushy. It's up to you. So for that right there, you want to hit them right there, right on the hip. I see some people for some reason get confused on that. I know they did an update too. You can hit the eye. I just aim for the hip because these Quasar Cannon, I just knock them right off there. It's one shot and they drop. So that's what I've been doing since the beginning off of it. But I know they did the update too, you know, so it does have more of a weak spot. But you know, those shield guys, those Devastator shields, those are really strong. Even with the crossbow, they can take, I think, like 2 shots, like straight up with it. So I try to aim on the side, try to hit them, in the face for the weak spot and everything. Try to do that. That's where that one rifle, for the due diligence rifle, that one where it shines. That's where a lot of people like this gun, is for this faction here and for those particular reasons, because it's a attack driver. You know what I mean? It's a nail driver. So, anyways, I'm just trying to get to the next location here on it, but I really do love this crossbow. This is my favorite weapon on it. I'm really good with it on there, as you can see on it. Not the greatest on this gameplay on it, because I've been playing, as you can see, more Monster Hunter lately, so I kind of get myself warmed up on it. But I'm playing pretty good for not playing Helldivers right away off it and jumping straight into difficulty Super Helldive 10 on one of the hardest maps on the craziest stuff, and I still pull this off, as you can see. Because, you know, I gotta get that footage for you guys. So here we go. We're getting one right here. So this is what you do. Watch what I do here. So be careful. Watch your health, man. He hits like a Mack truck. So be careful. You see I'm trying to drop down. You stay prone on that, you do significantly less damage. It's like 90% or something like that. So, yeah, he shot it off. So his boys are coming. I seen it. I'm going to go attack him. I missed. Got him the second round. I know these guys are coming. I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him out. Those Vox engines, man, they're something. They are special. I love fighting them, but they are a pain on it. You know, I know you can get up and close in that, but that's a whole risk of its own, you know, by your teammates killing you. But anyways, you see that ultimatum. That's how I'm shooting that for. I got lit up. I got carried away. I should have stemmed. I did not. But you can see I still end up doing really well. You'll see. I do die on this. But just so you guys know, for people that don't play this game, This is on max difficulty, okay? This is one of the hardest maps. I play on the hardest plans. You can even ask other people. You can look it up on what I'm playing on my gameplay and look it up on the internet. And you'll see what I'm talking about. This is no joke. And you'll see at the end, too, who has the best stats. And that's just a foreshadowing there. So the same thing again. You want to sit there and do that, but I think the teammate ends up getting it. I was just throwing a Thermite. I'm just switching to Thermite on this one because you get three of them instead of 2 for the Giga. So I was just trying to think, figured more anti-tank, you know, why not? So I'm just trying to get my stuff back without getting, you know, completely burnt to a crisp there. So I get my supply pack back on it. Of course, I'm, you know, restocking myself. Get my teammate down, 'cause you know everybody's impatient. They can't wait 2 seconds, you know. They don't care if you die, you know, but as long as you throw them in, you know, they're happy. So anyways, I throw back. I do a lot of dolphin dives, so I do that for a lot of different reasons. On it, some is to get away, some is to get a different approach for an angle for an attack. Obviously for this, they're literally shooting at me with their incendiary shotgun, so I'm trying to be careful on this because it hits hard. It's real hard. You'll see this a few times where they get me a few times on it. Like either they drill me like you saw that one, and there's a few times where they get me close to, or I'm on really low health, you know. So it is what it is on that. Like I said, to combat that issue, just use fire resistance. I believe it's 75%. That's the one you want to use on it. So anyways, you want to move through. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Do not panic. Like I was saying on all my videos, these are very difficult. I'm giving you guys good content. Luckily, you know, God bless me with both on it, and I'm trying to do the best I can here. I hope you guys are liking my content, by the way. I am trying here. I'm trying to do better and better every time. But here we go, baby. Here it is. This is what we all been waiting for. This is it. This is the Fox Engine Convoy. And yeah, we just killed them. We did. And it was a beauty. And that's what I did. I just throw everything in the kitchen sink, you know? You know how that goes. I'm throwing the Thermites. I'm shooting off my Quasar. I'm shooting off the Automatons. I'm throwing all my bombs. Throwing the 500 kg. I'm throwing my 120 millimeter. I'm throwing everything, you know? And then, you know, we got to resupply. You know, why not? And the cool thing about that is, too, with the resupply pack, as you can see. So if you resupply and you get your ammo with the weapons that you have on hand, it resupplies your pack too, so you get like a double on it. It's really cool. I know a lot of people say it's overpowered, and you know what, it is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. You know, but I normally use these on the hardest maps because, man, it gets nuts. You know, you kind of gotta need it, you know. You really do. So anyways, we took it out. That's what I suggest for you guys. Just so you know, if you got a convoy of any sort on that, get your team focused in on that. Get that out, because they are moving through that map. That's what that is. That whole trail that you saw there on that map on it, that's what that is. That's why you want to get them done, then go and get the rest of your stuff. If you want it done properly, you know, to complete it, that's how you do it. As long as your teammates follow with you and everything, you shouldn't have a problem on it. So now we're done, right? We did the hard part already. That was the Vox Engine Convoy on it. So now we're just going through and trying to finish the rest of the base missions and some side missions too as well on it. So I'm just moving through here on it. This one was interesting on it. You'll see here coming up on it. So I see this here. I'm sitting there trying to shoot these because these lasers, man, these cannons, they are snipers. And it's been like that for forever. Anytime I played this game on, it's been like that. So I'm sitting here setting it up, you know, trying to get this one out. The key thing is, and watch what I'm doing there, is I'm moving. Do not stay still. You stay still and it comes on that rotation of that timing. When it comes to fire, just like you saw there, you're dead. You know, so make sure you know either the timing of those shots or you are moving like I am, so you can make sure he will miss you. And as you can see, he will miss you. Don't stay still. If you do, you're dead. Let's put it that way. Especially if you don't know the timings, you know. Look how close I am. You know, there's a few times, man, I get close on death, but I didn't panic. And that's key. Stay calm. You gotta stay calm under the pressure. I know it's very hard. It takes time. I did not do this overnight on it. You know, it took me actually years on this stuff. Actually, even all on the other games I've played. Really, it's all the games you know, for the experience and other ones and how that goes and everything else. So really, yeah, that really goes back years on it. But in technical terms of knowing the mechanics of the game and everything, that's what I really enjoyed about this game, to be honest with you. And just so you know, for this tip, by the way, on it, you could use the Quasar and you can shoot them on the side, so you don't have to use the grenades and everything. Just so you know, on that works. As you can see, I do quite a bit on it. You'll see this multiple times on my videos. Oh, there we go. I seen him. I'm like, whoop. There's that box engine. So I'm like sitting there trying to be careful. Watch what I do. Just watch. Just a beauty on it. But he kind of is in there a little bit. So I'm sitting there throwing. Here's the tip. Throw those thermites. See, I got messed up. I got staggered. My plan was I was 1, 2, 3. You get what I'm saying? Get them stuck on there. Get that damage in. And then, you know, try to plan the attack for the Quasar or the Automaton after that point. So he's going after me. I'm trying to pull out because at that point, you know, it was in a bad situation. Obviously, I got knocked and fell. I staggered. You saw that. And there goes my Thermite on the right side of me. You gotta be careful of that. So I pulled out so I can get a better vantage point there. And plus, they're starting to drop in. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't get myself, you know, cornered or anything else and everything. You want distance. You want space. And that's where the dolphin diving really helps really well. Helps really well with the crossbow too. So when they get close, I'll dolphin dive and move. And even if you do, since you're on the prone position, you're taking way less damage. So watch this. Watch this. Bang. And you got it. That was a Quasar. I thought that was going to be for the Automaton, but you'll see some more. Trust me. I got some beautiful footage on that stuff. Right there. Boom. There you go. That's that little trick I was telling you about. So all you got to do is, when you're using your primary, hold the trigger like you're going to shoot it. Press Y or triangle on that while you're doing it. When you switch your Automaton, it fires. And it's a bug where it originally what they introduced on this game was, you know, a shot further. Well, they fixed it, of course. They nerfed it, whatnot. And, well, you can do that, and it will still work. See? Works great. You got to get used to it, though, and you can do it like I do. You can just be a wrecking machine with that thing. You'd be very accurate, too, if you know what you're doing. And this, you know, footage would be one of those testaments on that. And I'm sure there's other guys out there that's done it, too, on it. I've seen footage, too, as well on it. I've watched some of them, too, as well on it. So, but yeah, I'm decent at it. I'm not the best at this game. Don't get me wrong. See, I got tagged there. Did you see that? I think I got one shot of there. You got good. So, like, you see what I'm saying? So every time I normally die, it's normally something pretty crazy. There's one on here, man. I think I either get staggered or something like that. I use an Automaton, and, you know, bad news on that one. I got blown up. But there's just a lot of stuff on this one. Like I said, this is Markfolk on it. This one's this is tough planning, especially with this one. It's a 40-minute mission here on it, and like I said, it had the convoy, the Vox engine convoy, and all that. So there's a lot going on here, you know. So one of my teammates died there on it. I'm just trying to, well, I just got dropped in from when I died there on it, so I see where I landed on it. Right now I'm just going through, obviously at this point I know I lost it. This is what you need to do. So for your stuff, I see a lot of people using their stuff too early. So once you see your extra set, be mindful of it. This is when you use it. You want to save it till you absolutely need it, or you absolutely do need it in that case. Either one is what I'm referring to. Because on that, when it comes to scenarios like this and you die and you go way across the map because you're, you know, such a, you know, OG, you know, that you can just take on, you know, the whole world by yourself on it. You know, that sometimes when you die on it, because we're not perfect on it, that you can, you know, throw it down and have your stuff afterwards. Because if not, what ends up happening is either you're stuck without it for minutes on end on it. That hurts yourself. That hurts your team too as well, because now you're doing less damage. You really are. You're hurting your team as well. So keep that in mind, you know, on it. That's just my personal opinion on it, but I believe that will help you tremendously if you listen to what I'm saying here. You know, this is just either stuff that I've seen, either stuff I have done or learned, you know, whatnot, or stuff that I've watched, you know, on it. Normally it's one of the three on it, and experience in some kind of way on it. So at this point on there, I'm just watching. I was close to that. Luckily, I was able to go prone, so I was okay. You want to shoot him in the face there. Be careful. Don't hit the shield on it. It is very durable, very, very strong. Even on the crossbow, it takes. They can take 2 shots, man, on it. Right on that shield, man. It's amazing on it. So, you know, you want to hit their weak spots. Shoot them in the face. So anyways, I'm just prone, so, because they're still shooting at me. I was trying to, either if they did, you know, I'd take less damage on it so I could take a look at the map and see the next location that we need to go at. So on this one too, it messes with your stamina. It like messes with your run speed. And that was a little annoying. I noticed that too. You can kind of see it on my screen there on it. But that's just part of the map on it, you know. Each one is different with the planets and what they can do to you, you know what I mean? And this is, unfortunately for this one. But this is a really good gameplay, though. I really do like it on it. I hope you do enjoy it, though. There's some good stuff on here. On it, the teammates were good, too, as well. On it. And, yeah, it was just really good here. The only thing I don't like about this is, like I was saying before, with all this running, there is so much running on this game, you know. But you know, unless you're gonna, you know, throw in one of the vehicles or whatnot, you know, you gotta sacrifice that for one of your weapons. So I ain't gonna do that unless absolutely necessary. Unless I got a team that's really set up, then that's fine. Always pay attention to those. So when it comes to, yeah, I missed this. Believe that one. That's why for far shots, I don't do it on a controller anymore. I just grab my mouse and do it, and then I won't miss. You can see it. Watch this. Watch my next shot. Because of that, I do this for now on. Actually, I was already thinking that at this moment. So next time when I use it, I'm using the mouse here, because I was just like, I'm not dealing with that. But make sure where I'm getting at though is when you see these cannons on it, make sure you focus in on them. So each time when you go in an area on it and you start, you know, fighting all that stuff, make sure first thing, find them, destroy those, because they will wreck you, you know, on it. And they are very accurate. They can go for a long distance too as well. That's another problem. They're pretty OP, and they have crazy stagger too. They will fly you. You'll fly, you know, so it can be very frustrating. So just take those out immediately. I always take out the most frustrating things first and then work my way down. It tends to work good that way. That's what I do. So anyways, we completed, or we didn't complete this one just yet. I was realizing that because that popped up there. So I turned back around so we can finish this. It starts dropping, so we got called on it. So now we're in a fight here. Just wait. You see how there's nothing here? Watch how fast it changes. This is what Super Helldive looks like. It is so fast how quick things can change, you know, like seriously on it. There's so much. Look at that. A Vox engine dropped in, full sets of Devastators. I got rockets flying everywhere. You see this at this point, I was like, okay, time to move back. At this point, know when to move back. Like I said on this, you need to have a clear head. Be calm, be accurate, be a killer, be a Helldiver. You know what I'm saying on that? That's what you need to be doing. And watch this, I'm gonna destroy this Vox engine. So I'm realizing this is there, so I'm like, oh man, I got that Hulk out of the way. So I start moving, you know, grenades are everywhere. I'm moving, I'm proning, I'm jumping. Oh look, there's another one. Look at this. This is where people panic. And I end up getting staggered and I blew myself up. I did. I got a taste of my own medicine. I did what I told you not to do, and I panicked. I shouldn't have fired. That's where you gotta have a clear head. Like I said, you gotta think, you know. And at this point, after that, I've learned my lesson. You'll watch. I won't do that again. Like I said, I was playing a Monster Hunter for a little bit on it, so I was like a little rusty, you know. But you see, I ended up pulling off. I still have some amazing gameplay on it. But yeah, that'd be a perfect example of have a clear head there. Absolutely. I just blew myself sky high. So anyways, I'm just going back, you know, working my way around it so I can get my supply pack and my Quasar Cannon. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking on it. So I got Thermite, Crossbow, and Automaton. Using the heavy armor set. It's the 50% explosive resistance with the extra padding, that new one. That's the one I'm using. And of course, you know, for the helmet and cape, it's whatever you want. It's just cosmetic at that point. I got the newer stuff on it. I got all the war bonds on it, so on it. I got all the guns unlocked. I basically got everything that's good unlocked on it, you know, so like when it comes to the capes and the helmets and stuff and the armors. So I do get all that stuff, you know. I always get the weapons and all that stuff first when I work with, and then work through the rest, you know. And so I'm just working my way through here. Honey, we're just blowing these things up here. My teammate ended up getting that one. I think he apologizes to me on it, but no big deal on it, especially what I have on it. That wasn't gonna hurt me very much with my setup. Yeah, I ended up getting tagged a little bit here, so I ended up pulling back. I was trying to climb up here so I can get a better vantage point here. So I ended up shooting here. I'm just trying to look here because we're almost done with this one. So I'm just trying to finish up. I'm just waiting for my teammate here. That's all we're doing. Making sure they're good, you know. So when they're doing that, that's why you want to look around. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to help them, you know. Don't be a nuisance. Try to help your teammates. So if he's sitting there doing the mission stuff, look around, scope around, help them out. Make sure you don't get freaking flanked and get, you know, shot or stabbed or scratched and clawed and bit and chewed up and everything else. You know, and spit out. You know, you got to help your boy out. You know, so, you know, just look around on it. That's why I always say off that. Just keep your head on the swivel. You know, you won't go wrong. And that's why I always mark everything. It is on the map now. It used to be not like that. That's the reason why I do that, because I'm one of the OGs. I played since when it first came out on it, and if you know on it, it used to not be on the map at all. So what we used to do is we used to do that and pin it so then you could see it on it. So anyways, on it, just get my stuff back. Same case again, like I said. So this is a perfect example of what you need to do on it. In certain cases too, some guys when they're far out and we're coming, you know, to head back, sometimes it's just good just to kill yourself so your team can just throw you in and drop you in so you don't have to run all that way. So you gotta think clearly off of it. Like I said, you know, the lives are there and everything. I think we have like 2 or 3 left at the end of this. We did, you know, lose, you know, quite a few of them. I think I died 4 times on this run right here. It was 4 too much in my opinion. As you can see right there, I just did that one, and it messed me up. That should have been way more clean. My plan was when I shot that crossbow, obviously, to switch to the Automaton. That was my plan. It would have been, boom, it would have been pretty clean, fast, quick, and see what happened there. So just be careful on it, you know. A lot of times, too, I get ahead of myself there, and that's exactly a perfect case scenario right there of what that looks like, you know. So I'm just moving off at this point. Another thing too, don't stay no more than you need to. Once you complete the objective, move on. See a lot of people that linger on. I know it's fun. I get it. You get in the moment. You know, everything's blowing up. Things are everywhere. Your heart's pumping. You know, you're firing. You're having a good time. I know. We are. That's what we're here to do, right? We're here to have a good time. You know, I totally get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to ruin that for you. You know, but, you know, have a good time by doing the missions. You know, so just try to have a, you know, your good time by following, you know, the markers off of it. And that's the only thing, because I see some people, they linger too long, you know, and then we're up there trying to get it done. I'm not saying I do it right away, but start flowing that way, you know. But some of these guys I'm talking about, they just like stay in the area, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like, come on, let's go, let's go. I know there's guys there, let's go. You know, there's nothing there anymore. You're literally just fighting, you know, on it. So, because you literally go by completion, just so you know this. I don't know if everybody knows this or not. It's by completion. It's not by kills. So you know this on it. It goes by completion. So you want to do the objectives. Technically, if you want the cleanest run to level up as fast as possible, obviously if you're really good on that, you're in the skill level what I am or even better off of it, then what you can do is, you know, do difficulty 10 super Helldive on that, and then you run these, you do the main missions, and you get out. There you go. Keep doing it. Repeat. That's the best. That's the fastest way. That's what the OGs do. Seriously, from our, that's what I've heard. On it, a lot of them do that. On it, they don't even worry about the other stuff on it, and you'll see them just fly through it. I got another recording on it. We'll see on it if I end up doing uploading this other footage here, but I got one on it. We ended up doing this whole thing, flying through this whole thing in 15 minutes. My whole video is 15 minutes long, start to finish. So that means it actually was less than that. It might have been a 12, 11 minute run on it, and it wasn't even a blitz mission. So I might upload that one after this one just because of how clean it really is on it. I probably will now on it because I was already thinking about it beforehand. So anyways, at this point we finished all the main objectives on here. On it, I think this one here we do get a 3 out of 5 on it. We didn't complete everything, but I was happy and satisfied with it. We were running low on it, and we got all the main stuff. At that point you would have to be running around the map and trying to find it, you know. So anyways, I run over there and I turn it on. At this point, just so you know on it, what you can do, and this is what I am doing. See, they're way over there trying to complete it. So we're not waiting. You can see, look how far they are. They're way over there. Totally fine. Not a problem. And watch this too. Hold on. Do you see me throwing them in? No. You know why? They're not done yet. The boys, I know the assignment. I know the assignment. I'm letting him get dropped in over there, get his stuff, let him finish what they need to get done, and they're coming back. You know what I'm saying? Now what I'm doing is that I am calling that waiting, not going in. Do not go in. If you wait on that, you have them, their ride ready to go. So we're not waiting, just so you know that. So if you want to get better and all that stuff, start emulating this stuff and putting this into your, you know, your game plays. And I'm telling you, do a lot better on it. Just start thinking more, you know, clearly on it. You know, just don't put yourself in a bad situation. You know, I see a lot of people, they're just not really thinking clearly, and I'm just like, why did you do that? Just don't do that. You know, so sometimes, you know, you just got to think about what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you'll do a lot better. Keep your head on the swivel, keep moving, always keep moving. On Super Helldive of any planet, even the easier ones, this is on high risk, just so you know, on it. So that's why I jumped on this one, because there was 2 different planets. The other one I did, but it was way easier. That's that 15-minute run. That was on the other planet, and it was one of the main ones. I was doing the main objective ones, you know, that highlighted on the thing on it when you first jump in to pick your, you know, pick your run on it. But this one was the hard one. That's why I picked this one, because I was like, yep, you know, we gotta do the hard stuff. You know, I seen it was on high, everything else. So this one's a lot harder. Just so you know, what that means is that's how hard the difficulty the enemies are on that planet. So this one, there's a lot more on it. So that's why I was like, yep, let's pick this one. And then luckily enough, I was able to find a convoy. I thought it was a regular one. I didn't know they did this actually. So that was really cool to see a Vox engine convoy on it. That really put a smile on my face when I seen it, because I did not know that actually until literally when I was playing this, when I seen it firsthand. So that was pretty neat. So anyways, you can see there, look, aiming right for that face on it. I know it can be hard. If you're not a precise shooter, I wouldn't use the crossbow, because I can see it's a single shot weapon. I love it. I love the precise shooting. That, the Eruptor, I love those weapons. Oh god, between both of them, I love them so much. Look how hard they hit you. Man, do they with that incendiary shot. And the fire too. So I said, just use the fire resistance 75%. You know, if you're having a big problem with this, you can see it still could be done. I mean, I'm not using it, but I'm just saying, if you do have an issue with it, then just do that. If you do get caught on fire, just so you know, all you gotta do is go prone, and the fire will go out. Just so you know that. So, you know, make sure you put yourself out. And then I see him. You see that silhouette, and I'm like, yep, there's the Hulkster. So I'm sitting there charging her up. And then just so you know, on that, if you could see, that's another little trick. Here's another little tip for you on it. When you're using the Quasar on it, you can literally charge it up like you're gonna shoot it and all that. You can do that while you're diving and moving, but you can do it while you're diving. I'll sit there and dive backwards and bam, you know, be going like that, charging up. Watch, I do it once. I do it one of these times. Yeah, watch this. Watch. See, I'm charging it. Watch. Watch that. Bam. I'm doing it, you know, both at the same time. You know, so you can do that. That's a perfect example of what that looks like. It's really cool. So if you haven't tried that, try that out. It'll help you a lot. You can do that with the Epoch on that. You can do it, you know, any weapon that's like that. You can do it with the, what was that, Purifier off of that. On that, you can do it, you know, any of them that has the charge up shots ones, the plasma ones, you know, just any charge up shot weapons. You can do it with all of them on it, but it's pretty neat. I figured that one out myself. I'm not saying, you know, anything, but yeah, look at this dude. He sits there and drops this. This really wasn't great, but this is where that 50% explosive resistance saves you, you see? Because I would have died there. That's the only reason I survived, was because I had that 50% explosive resistance. But anyways, he sit there and threw that, killed, you know, the team. It is what it is. I was still able to extract, and then for the rest of the footage and everything you see, you know, on it, it was pretty well. I did die 4 times. You're going to see here on it. I don't want to ruin the surprise here, because it's going to be happening. So we end up missing the, you know, the CF off it, but that's okay. I was, you know, that SEAF off of it, but oh well. Not a, yeah, see, 3 out of 5. See, super Helldive. You get 300%. So if you can do pretty good, if you can replicate this, see, that's 8,900. If you replicate that or more, you're gonna level up really fast. Just so you know that. But you know, you gotta be good. You know, and just be mindful of your teammates. That's all I'm doing. All these videos, these are all randoms. Every single one of them are randoms. You know, I do pick them. I am choosy, yes, but they are randoms. Every single one of them, off of them. You know, so this can be done. Yes, it's hard. It's harder than other times. Are all my runs perfect? Absolutely not. You know, can I do this on the regular in a consistent basis? Yes, I can. On it. I feel very confident in my ability on this game and Monster Hunter on it. But, you know, that's me. And there you go. Look at that. Most kills, 194. The least deaths. So I had 3. Sorry, my bad. I had 3 deaths, not 4. And, you know, of course, the stratagems used. I used the most, all that stuff. I did do an accidental death. I'm sorry, buddy. So I messed up there, I guess, on it. But yeah, so 3 deaths, most kills, all that stuff, and the second best for accuracy, which is really good, especially for the crossbow, you know. But yeah, that's some just good footage for you. Some good crossbow footage on Markfolk, as you can see, on the Automatons. That's the robots on it. This is on Super Helldive. That's level 10, difficulty level 10. And you can see that. Look at that beautiful armor. I really like the headpiece on that, and I do like the cape too. I like the bright red and the yellows on it. You know, on it looks nice on it. That's why I was rocking with it. It was something that actually looked decent with the armor set, since it's so heavy. It's so big, very hefty on it. So I had to find something that would look decent with it and ain't gonna look weird, you know, on it. But yeah, I really hope this footage ends up going well. My plan is I'm trying to get, you know, trying to make it better and better and better. That's my plan. So my objective is, you know, is just trying to make this footage is quality every time, you know, better every time that I do this. And the same thing hopefully for the audio. I'm trying to get better at this for you guys. I want, you know, to have these videos where they're really enjoyable. I want to make them entertaining for you guys, you know, on it. I really do hope you enjoy this on it, and definitely stay tuned on it. I will be uploading more on it. We will see if I end up doing the other ones off that, or maybe I might just capture some new footage or whatnot. That's still up in the air on it, but you guys have a great rest of your day, okay? And take care now.